A good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Thomas. This is a human, and I am playing Pokemon Leaf Human Nuzlocke. I'm joined today by Patricia.
Hello, mate.
And you join us with our dead. Oh, what do we do? I don't know what to do because Nezhov has come back. He's come back from the dead, and I'm very confused. Well, I'm not kind of confused. Basically, what's happened is, in case you didn't kind of get my ramblings about Surf last time, is that the game is trying to avoid a soft lock. Basically, he's got Surf. He's the only Pokemon that we've got that has got Surf, and so the game won't let us release him. Basically, we're not allowed to release him because if we did, we could get ourselves stuck somewhere. So that if we released him and we were on Cinnabar Island, we might not be able to actually get out unless we like caught Pokemon and things. It's the sort of thing that Caspary likes to try and do to himself. Yeah, he likes to try and get himself stuck in those sort of situations. Would he let me do it? Yes, he will. So he'll let me delete it though, which is interesting. But I suppose the reason this delete is here is because if you try and softlock yourself, you can do it lots of different ways anyway. But on the original game, there's a few ways you can do it. Like, say, if you release your Pokemon, if I released my Blastoise with Surf and I was on Cinnabar, I didn't have like a flying, I'd be stuck there unless I caught a water. Luckily, you can fish there. If you didn't pick up any rods, then you wouldn't be able to, etc., etc., etc. So there's lots of ways, particularly on the first game, people managed to find themselves in a situation where they couldn't escape. So one of the ways it tries to protect that is by basically meaning if they're the only Pokemon with that HM, they won't let you release them. It will say like, oh, well, they were worried about you. But in this case, it's kind of particularly ironic because we haven't got the gym badge to use Surf, so we can't use it anyway. Oh, well. Anyway, Nezhov the Second is in here. We did pick up myself Hitmonchan. Impish is decent. It's more defense for less special attack. We don't want special attack. So, more defense, less special attack. That's good. Very good special defense. That's boosted the defense up to double. Not bad. Health's a bit really low, as always. But defense loss out of accuracy. That's obviously
what kind of
alright.
nature?
Impish. Impish is more defense, less special attack. We don't need special attack. So that's alright. It's not too bad.
Oh, we haven't checked this stat. Oh, just the for Nidoran.
Oh yeah, we can have. I think we did have a quick look at
did we?
Lucky, but basically it's kind of a bit hard to tell until it evolves.
Yeah. Double kick points. Oh,
yeah.
That's good. And what about Ditto?
What K? K is relaxed, which is less speed, which is terrible because it wants speed to be able to use transform.
Yes,
but he does have defense, so that's something. Anyway, we're going to let Gazeth back out of the box.
Okay. I was going to ask, are you going to use Bernard?
No, Bernard's there in case we want to fill the gap. But obviously with Nezhov, and that's a good point actually, because you do want to fill the space of Nezhov.
Yeah,
but
because Nezhov is quite... That's the thing is Bernard is quite as good as Nezhov because he's quite
bulky,
and as a defense... Because Nezhov was mainly defense.
Now, we were a bit mean on Nezhov's usefulness last time. Nezhov was never any good at getting us out of a particular scrape, but Nezhov was normally decent at taking a couple hits.
Exactly.
And you can normally rely, a bit like Gizmo, to throw him in there and just buy you a few turns.
Exactly.
Which normally did the job.
And
but
I think Bernard would be sort of replacement.
Bernard could be useful. I just feel like it's sort of thing that people use a lot. And I just want to see if there's anything more interesting comes along first, I think.
Okay.
But Bernard definitely has a place, potentially. And when we do some grind at a later point, we'll probably grind up Bernard as well, I think. But anyway, let's say goodbye to Nezhov at this point, because we've taken his black glasses from him. He won't be needing those in the underworld. It's a bit dark down there, to be honest. And he's lost his... he had Protect, ironically, but alas, we never used it, so it didn't help. We got to Surf, so we can say goodbye. Let's play the goodbye music one more time. I'm not sure if there even was a bit of silly music to announce the but there we are. Let's hear them. Nezhov was released. Bye bye, Nezhov.
Bye.
Bye. Right. Shall not be missed. Shall not be missed. Okay, we can't surf anymore, but we can anyway, because we haven't been at Koga yet. Well, we didn't make it as far as on my last Nuzlocke, where I had, actually we still haven't healed up the editor, because we couldn't obviously heal, because we didn't want to heal up Nezhov, and then we'd have this sort of odd corpse following us around. Let's go back to Saffron. We were talking about the replacement, so I think we'll hold back on Bernard. I think what we do, because it's a water, If it was any other type, pretty much you could just kind of replace it with whatever and see how it fits. But I feel like with waters, you always need a water. And
Yes,
obviously
that's
ice
right.
is going to be vital when it comes to the end game and beating up Lance and things. So water's obviously always useful. So we're going to use some sort of water. Now obviously we've got fudge.
Yes.
But we were
But he
thinking...
was still trying to grow level, wasn't it? And that's the
Yeah.
thing. If we can sort of go somewhere, find a water Pokemon. For example, we were talking earlier when we went to the Safari Zone, also trying to use a Super Rod or something for.
Sorry, I'm distracted by the fact that my phone's going off and now a pen's falling off the table. What's happening here? You
Not
were
falling
saying.
off anymore.
Yeah.
So we were talking about when we went to Safari Zone, we could use sort of like a Super Rod or something because we could potentially.
There's lots of Pokemon we can catch. So there's things like
Pokemon
yeah.
nearby.
So I think the next episode we're probably gonna try and figure out who we can catch. So there's things like Staryu and Slowbro who are pretty good ones. Cloyster's on the other game, not ours.
A Gyarados is
But
always a
Gyarados.
deadly. It's always a deadly Pokemon.
Yeah, so you got Gyarados as well. There's also things like Krabby we can catch.
Krabby,
Seeking.
yes.
Obviously, let's do Seeking. That'll be our solution. But yeah,
Yes.
there are quite a few. Tentacruel is always a good one. Although I did use that in my last Nuzlocke, so I'm kind of a bit reticent to that. I want it to be different personally. Get the poison gas. I'm fed up with it.
It has to be Hypno because Hypno is amazing.
No, you
Look
are.
at that face! I just want to squeeze that news.
Well, you're the only person who loves him. You can have him. It's fine.
I love all psychic Pokemons.
Oh, well, there we are. Oh, and now we're getting audio jack information. Come on, Patricia. No!
Oh, sorry!
Stop ruining everything. Yes, we have audio.
Sorry! It got on my knee.
Well, don't plug it back in there.
I couldn't listen to anything, so I thought it would be worth it. I'm sorry, viewers.
You've
If you-
ruined everything. The
Yes,
illusion is gone.
I am so sorry.
The illusion
I don't
is
even know
gone.
how it's gonna appear only half
Anyway,
of it,
shh.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's fine, it's fine. Yes, it's going to only part appear on the screen, which is even more confusing. Right. Anyway, now that she's done being thoroughly unprofessional, can't get the staff.
Kadabra!
Are you worried about a Psybeam?
No,
Okay,
it's Gazef.
it's Gazef. Gazef kills it one hit. It's fine.
Exactly.
Gazef is cool.
I mean, it's a lovely
Just
Kadabra.
checking.
See, this is my type of place, the Sifco, because it has a lot of psych Pokemon.
Yay! Not psychics to be murdered.
Ooh, 100. Very well,
100 health.
Gazef.
Very nice. Mr.
Oh,
Mime.
Mr. Mime. I never liked it. He always
Mr.
looked
Mime's always
so
been
creepy.
a bit creepy, yeah.
Yeah, it's just not. Okay.
You've got a lot of options though when it comes to waters. So yeah, we're just going to hold back on fudge.
Yes.
Obviously,
I think it needs a little bit more.
the only thing we need to be careful of is we don't want to leave it in there much longer because otherwise it's going to start to miss moves that it gains when it evolves.
Okay.
So we should probably take it out at the end of this. It won't really have grown anymore.
Yeah.
But it's worth just bearing that in mind.
We can take it out and then do some grinding off
Because it
screen.
might just start to miss a move or two. I need to
Yeah.
remind myself of the evolution moves. But anyway, that shouldn't be too
Yeah,
much of a worry. Let's get Willow out the front. Willow hasn't had much of a conk around, and to be honest, Willow, we're supposed to be avenging Vustundo right now. We've already lost Nezhov on the way, albeit it wasn't actually in here. So that's something.
Yeah.
We used to be Pokeball technology on this floor.
What do you mean by Pokemon technology?
Pokeball technology.
Oh, Pokeball.
Job technology.
Right.
Technology of our mighty Job. He will not be joining our team. I'm just going to say that
I
now.
get the technology because.
Gonk! One hit.
Bye.
And it was a crit. Willow straight out and he's just straight on the vengeful path. I love Willow. Honestly, just... Is Willow my favourite? Well, no, Gazef's everyone's favourite, but I do love Willow. Willow's been very dependable, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it had a little bit of a.
He had a bit of a wibble.
Where he ignored orders and things, but
Yeah,
I think
but
he was a little bit
he was
blind
distressed.
by rage.
He was distressed by his family issues.
You know, like he saw his mother and
It was his wife, damn it!
wife. I was trying to remember the name, and then for some reason I couldn't remember, so I just said mother. Look,
Yep.
101 HP. That's quite good.
Where's
So
her
after
worst?
we get the team sorted, we need to sort out the next 4 gyms, which is a psychic, poison,
Oh,
fire,
yeah.
and ground.
Yeah. So yeah, I think part of the thing about that was I was interested in where you thought the most danger lied. Turns out it's the fighting dojo.
Exactly.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know. I feel like the fire is always a walkover because you just surf it to death. We have no surfer. I feel like Giovanni in the gym isn't normally too much of a trouble in the actual gym itself. Because again, you can just surf the last two gyms quite easily. I don't know.
Stuff.
Yeah, again, we don't have surf, but we'll have someone.
We'll have someone.
To be honest, I think the poison gym is the most dangerous because in there you have the
Hurt by poison.
As I said, my Blastoise went down to a critical hit sludge that poisoned it, and the poison killed it in that same turn.
Exactly.
So I feel like that's the most potentially dangerous one because they also have self-destruct and everything like that. So they can just really throw a curveball at you, and they start using double team and all that nonsense. They just play dirty, and I think that's a good way of dying in a Nuzlocke. Okay, I'm just gonna throw one more boomerang, just assuming it hits. We've got the leftovers as well as poison, so it's worth bearing that in mind.
Yeah, but still.
But yeah, oh come on, Willow, don't replace Nezha.
It's getting a little bit too.
It's fine. We'll swap out. Don't worry. We've got leftovers. Leftovers heals.
Yeah, we use leftovers, but then you get hurt by poison even more.
I know. Right into Peter. Go on, Peter. Slash its steely face off.
Go away, Magnemite. You're just a level 26.
Yeah, I know, right?
Die.
Lower level Magnemites have never caused any problems.
I know. It's just.
Retarded. Oh, actually, I think I know why the phone buzzed. Because in between recordings, I messaged Dave and just informed him there has been a death in his absence. So that's probably him responding. Is it David?
Yes.
It is Dave.
It's Dave.
What does David say? We didn't tell him who.
That is not good. Haha. Oh no, my sweet lord.
Oh no.
I think it's the other way around. Oh no, my sweet lord. That is not good. Haha.
Haha. Well, good impression of Dave there. Haha.
Because I was trying to. I think my brain is a little bit not working today.
No, it's all.
I'm on the night worker.
You've been on lots of night shifts, and it's like 30 degrees today, and
yes.
Just death and violence to the world.
For all the
thugs that
viewers
took over the building
and listeners, I have sweat like a horse, and it was not nice. It was not pretty.
Like a David kind of horse, like a bad kind of horse.
Like a bad kind of horse.
Yeah.
It's too hard.
Yeah.
Focus punch.
If we
had a fighting type.
If only we had a Vustundo.
I know how bad it is that I've killed it.
It's fine, we still have a Mega Kick that we can use. We'll give that to Snorlax, to our Bernard, if we ever put him on the team.
Ooh, yeah, that would be good.
Because that's a brutal move with him.
That would be, yes.
Unbelievably brutal.
That's the thing with like, Bernard, he's a massive...
He is massive.
He is massive, so anything minimal of fighting, he would just, like, kill everyone. He just needs to stand up and then lie down on the opponent and then he'll just die.
I've always wondered, there must be, like, I don't know, like, when you play, like, futsal or, like, indoor football, like it won't work on a proper pitch, but, like, on, like, a small futsal pitch or something, could you not just be massively obese and block the goal? Or would the ref just send you off for, like, unsportsmanly conduct? These are the questions that haunt me. I must know. Because I guess you can't ever be that obese when it comes to normal football goal. Machokes must all die.
Well, I have to say, in my opinion, was that footballers cannot be that fat because...
If they block the whole goal, though... They literally blocks the entire goal.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're not allowed to be that fat. Because otherwise it's not fair. How are you going to score a goal if there's like a massive blob of balls just there?
Actually, that does remind me when I was doing some of my coaching badges, and I was doing some coaching with the Southend youth team. And I remember one of them, they're playing with those tiny little goals, and one of them basically, like, he slid to kind of block or whatever. And then because he kind of ended up in front of the goal, he kind of just stayed there blocking it. And obviously they're all like, there's a load of like 17-year-olds like pumped with adrenaline, like playing football. They're like, what? Oh, just having a massive go. I was like, in fairness, he's using some good ingenuity there. But do it again, and you're right, and I'm sending you off. But anyway, they weren't happy with that. They were like, oh, it's not goal. It's like, well, it was a goal. It's like, oh, you know, it was funny. But yeah, so oh no, it's a grey area. I'm just going to substitute because honestly, I'm not dealing with confusion. I just sod that. I mean, Zipper has bite, but sod. No, it's straight into bite. It's because it knows, but it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 8 HP, so it's okay-ish.
It's
and you know, now that once Nedja evolves to level 40, then you can just go onto the 100
onto
HPs.
Death Rampage.
So the 100 HPs will give a
we
little
have a
bit
lot
more
of
room
low
for it.
health Pokemon because that isn't great, really. You should be triple health. No, Edger isn't high in health anyway, but I feel like we have a lot of Pokemon who seem to not have great health. Basically, our Pokemon are rubbish. Maybe what James said is just right. Maybe we just.
But
useless.
we managed to win so many battles.
No, it's almost as if everyone else is just terrible.
Probably. That's more the reason of it than anything else.
Basically, we're just a privileged little sod who's been given by the professor one of the most potentially strong Pokemon around, when everyone else has to do with all the vermin of Pidgeys and Rattatas and Zubats lying around. And we've just been handed to us on a silver platter by the most respected professor in the land. He's just giving us a really potentially strong Pokemon that we've gone and killed, by the way. That's how good we are. Just gone and killed it. Ridiculous.
Well, it is a little bit, but to be honest, you know, just like Vustundo, if he's not able to take a hit now, then there's no point in keeping it anymore, because
I think the thing more with Nezhov was it wasn't so much about him taking the hit, because that was a really high, full-powered move with a powerful Pokemon, and it was a critical hit. There isn't a lot you can do, but the problem was he didn't have the power. So it's kind of the opposite to the earlier deaths, where they were just weak. This was just you weren't powerful enough.
Exactly, he used Surf, and yet it didn't do enough damage. Much of
yeah, and he was quite a lot of. Oh, I used Pokemon by accident. Didn't mean to. Oh well. That got twice as much damage as I thought it would. There we are. Leftovers. But yeah, no, he's just he wasn't powerful enough at the end of the day. He's not Willow. Willow came close actually when Willow fought his wife, his dead wife. But then
I think probably because Willow knew he was his wife, so he didn't want to. I don't know. It's just.
Well, they both. If you remember, they both critical hit each other and took each other down to like a quarter health. It was good. It was all good fun, good bants.
That's what a wife should be like.
Yeah, healthy amount of domestic pride. No, I don't know. Yeah, they're well matched.
It's a well match because they have similar personalities where we will fight till the end. You know, like
absolutely.
Be respectful to your partner and just keep on your level. And they kept on the same level they were, and that is beautiful.
That is beautiful.
I just knocked
like my beautiful speech about Nezhov at the end of the last episode before you cut me off. I was trying to give him a beautiful speech. It was just a
massive speech. You always give massive
I love a massive speech.
And it's just, isn't that point of, I think I knew something would happen, that he would come back, so that you had to give sort of like a second speech, and it's just
you know what, it's like, I guess it's like, when they're killed in battle and the enemy took their body so that they can they can show it around the city and go, look, we killed him, ha 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 ha, and then eventually 5 years later they decide we'll be nice to send you back his bones, and you're like, well, I know this is just a bit miserable, this speech this time, isn't it? We kind of largely got over this, and now we have to kind of do it again, and it's all just a bit half-hearted and rubbish. There we are. That's the goodbye to Nezhov. I think we've done everything around here. Was it just this top bit? Yeah, we've done it all.
I think we've done all of it.
Oh, I suppose we can check how they're getting on. They're all fine.
Yeah.
We are getting up. I feel like Pieter's kind of struggling, to be honest, to kind of keep up.
I think so as well. It needs a little bit of
I feel like the
grinding.
spore is helpful, but he's got a good slash on it. But I just worry that it hasn't got enough to be truly helpful.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Pieter probably falls back in the pecking order behind whatever our water replacement is. But we'll have to see about that. We'll have to see what opportunities come our way. See, we left, was it Route 15 or was it Route 30? I can't remember which way around they are. Yeah, we left one of those routes for the last couple of episodes
Yeah,
out
I think
there.
it was Route 15. Because we were planning on, we've done, look at 12, 13,
we
14.
took the Ditto
So it'd be
and
15 that
Venonat, didn't we?
would
So.
be the next one.
But do you remember that Venonat can be traded later for the mystery box?
For the mystery one, yes.
I'm hoping for a Tyranitar. That'd be fun.
Ooh,
I will say, as a
Cubone.
general rule, I do not use legendaries and Nuzlocks. However, if the game decides to throw a trade Pokemon that is a legendary, I take that as fate.
Why
I take
would
that
you
as
use a legendary on Nuzlocke?
I feel like they're too strong. The kind of the point is you're giving yourself a challenge. Especially something different.
Okay, so
but
you want your
I would
Pokemon
avoid
to
using
die
Yes.
instead of winning.
Yes. Basically, yes.
Because that's the point of
That's more challenging. You should have seen my death list when I did Soul Silver. Oh, that was long. That was one where me and brother James played as each other's then girlfriends. So I played as Paula. That was fun. That was fun.
How long was the list though?
Oh well, it's an 80-hour game. That one. Like we both had 80 hours on our clocks by the end. Yeah, it was long. It was long, suffice to say. A long list of deaths. I mean, put it this way: when James faced, and remember on this, there's 16 back. You delete 4 after 8, and then you go and face the other 8 gyms.
Mm-hmm.
So James had the most amazing final battle with Lance, where his Gengar learnt Destiny Bond during the battle, and James was like, and Destiny Bond is one of those ones that if you die, it takes the opponent with you. And James, as James said to me, should I give him that? I mean, in another, that's kind of crazy, right? I was like, yeah, but you're in the middle facing Lance, you might just need it. So he decided to give it to him. And when it came down to it, the last Pokemon, James had to use Gengar, and he had the chance of 60% chance of getting to sleep and maybe then killing it, or just Destiny Bond, take the death, and know that he will just win. And he won with just his Umbreon that had, I think, 17 health, paralysed. That was all he had. 5 dead, 1 17 health, red health, paralysed Umbreon. That's all. That is how he just snuck through against Lance in the Elite Four there. It was almost the entire team wiped out. I lost 4 of my team to the Ice Gym at some point. It was ridiculous. We just lost so many. It's a brutal night, especially the Kanto gyms are horrible. I lost almost my entire team to Erica as well. I lost my Espeon in the gym to Parasect that used like X-Scissor and killed it. I then didn't decide to heal before the rest. We could kill one here, but I'm just a tiny bit worried that Spark. It is also very quick. We should be quicker, but let's just be careful. Yeah, there's that as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And we kind of always knew this might be something happens. Okay, yeah. And then I went and took at the gym with any 5 Pokemon, and it just didn't go well. Because that gym, what it does, it sets up like Sunny Day, and then everything just solar beams you. Solar beam. They're super quick because of Sunny Day, and you just can't do anything. I think my Ninetales was killed in that. I think I lost 3 Pokemon in that gym, I think, and 3 to the leader and 1 in the gym itself. I think I survived that with like a 27 health Gyarados, who was paralysed and just couldn't do anything.
Shall we just go very quickly healing and then start to go up, or because
no, we're doing all right.
Okay.
We're doing all right. We'll just carry on
running
ploughing
out
through.
of moves though for
Yeah, we are.
Yannock.
Yeah, they're getting a
Try
bit
it out.
short, but we'll see. Bulk Up's a really good move with the right Pokemon for it. plus attack and defense. Because what you do want against particularly some of the bigger trainers is some sort of setup. The thing is, because when I watch a lot of people play Nuzlocke, they tend to just go for attacks because like they're like, oh, we don't want to recover. I guess because a lot of people just use potions. So they're like, oh, what do I want to recover for? I can just use a hyper potion. Which I guess makes sense. But obviously I don't use potions, so actually some more tactical moves makes a lot more sense to me.
Yeah.
Because I think when I faced my rival, my original Nuzlocke on this, I think I had a cloister out of the front and I was like, spikes. And just kind of then use like withdraw, try and set it up.
Can't
So
you
just can do
Fury
some
attack on Sandslash, or do you think it would
try. I mean, try attack's the best bet. It probably will just survive because it's got pretty good defense. But we shouldn't. Yeah, poison. I mean, if it's slash, there was always a crit chance, but that's fine.
So we're running out of try attack, and we still have like a few.
Yeah, but Sand Slash is it's fine. We can go and heal up. There's a lady with a bed who will let us sleep and rest up.
Oh yes.
Like floor 10. So if we need to, then we'll do that. But
I remember that.
and before my boss gets ticked off, I think he's just kind of impressed by us, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. We're kind of there's a little bit.
Yeah, and the
of
thing
like,
is, we're running out of like a few moves. It's getting a little bit short.
with both of them. Yeah, I know what you mean. We'll just run 8. Okay. Yeah, that's as far as you'll go. Yeah, you did warn me. You just told me I'm not going any further. Guess we better turn back then.
So sad.
Raticate.
Grunt.
Woohoo!
Oh.
Grind him down, Yannock. Into a bulb. We'll just fly. I think fly would be plenty against him. That'd be lovely.
So, what do you think we should do with Nidoran then?
Oh yeah, with Nidorano. Nidorano could be potentially very useful. I think we
think
hold.
instead of. Oh.
I think he's one that we definitely maybe.
Definitely maybe.
I think he's one that particularly if Willow dies because he is poison ground. Poison is the most useful offensive type. It's good defensive type.
And the thing is good defensive because he can poison enemies without actually using poison because it does have those spikes in
poison point. And yeah, I'm not sure would it keep that as a full evolution. I'm not sure. This
It
one might
does.
have rivalry though. I can't remember what our one had. Nidorana, old Xena Xenia, she had poison point.
Yeah.
Not sure about Nidorano. We have to check because it could have the other one, could have rivalry. Not sure. We have to go back and check on that one. But either way, I think it's potentially like if we lose Willow, then it's a very powerful natural fill, and actually it might use him as well. We'll have to see how the world goes because he's a very versatile Pokemon. He can learn. I think he learns Megahorn actually on this as well.
Really?
So you get like Megahorn, Thunder, Earthquake, Sludge Bomb. You know, you can get great coverage from it.
Yes.
So yeah, we might use it no matter what at some point. I think it's just one we hold back
Just
on.
use fly.
Nah, we're just gonna murder it brutally. It's fine. We'll go to level 38 maybe. Yeah. Oh, didn't die.
Like a tiny bit.
That's really odd.
Ah!
Okay.
Okay, we definitely need to heal.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We grow level. See, so did we grow level? +4 attack. See,
It doesn't matter.
uproar. Yeah. No, we don't want to use uproar because uproar gets you stuck in an uproar, and then that's very dangerous. It's fine. Right.
It's the second king attack that managed to.
Yeah,
go
second
really,
dangerous wing attack.
Like,
Well, we do know Yannock does not have great defences.
no, but still.
That kind of called it out a little bit.
But 69 is still quite. Okay, shall we?
Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do is let's just review where we are. So we've got most of them around level late 30s here. We've got Pieta and Gazev. I think what we'll do is the next set of trainers we'll train at Gazev. We'll keep Pieta back. Pieta, I feel like if we need a spore, we can always use it.
Peter is becoming a little bit more like Charles, where he was okay, but then ended up just not being.
I mean, Charles
That's
never
good.
got to Beedrill, so it doesn't have useful at all. It's kind of it's got a bit of the Vustundos at the moment. But I don't know. I think the thing is though, he does have the wild card of sport. So I think what we'll do is we'll keep Peter around for this while we're here. But if we need some fodder, Peter's the fodder. Yay,
Give
no.
him what?
The fodder. We just throw him to his death, you know, take the hit.
The what?
The fodder. Have you never heard that phrase?
No, you should never say that in Portuguese when you're in Portugal. That is really bad.
Okay.
That's why I kept asking you what. I wasn't
Well, there we are.
sure.
As we've learned then, to all our Portuguese listeners, Pieter is the fodder of the team. So, on that note then, I will leave you to next time as Patricia, once we're off camera, tells you what that means. Okay, yeah, basically, we'll hold Pieter back, because Pieter is kind of getting a bit weak at the moment, but I think he's still not too low where he won't be useful in the coming up battles. If we need someone to spore, Pieter will be useful. Pieter could just be that wild card we need. So we'll probably focus on Gazif and Yanok catching up to 39. But I'll tell you what, we'll go with that, and we'll just see where it leads at the end of the Sylph. So next time, we'll finish up the Sylph go. We'll bury our dead from that battle. We'll avenge Vustundo, hopefully. And you know what, we'll probably go and fetch Fudge, because we were going to need to think about what we're going to do there. But after that, we'll just move on to the next few gyms, because really, we will have done all of the faffy kind of middle game stuff.
Yeah.
We can just move on to ploughing through those gyms and get into Cinnabar to the funky trades. Yes. Right, okay. On the note of the fodder that is Peter, then, we will leave you till next time. I'm Thomas, this has been Tenez the Human playing Pokemon Leaf Green Nuzlocke, and I've been joined today by Patricia.
I am Portuguese, I never taught him that word. Please, Portuguese listeners, forgive him for saying that horrendous word. It's been lovely.
And good night. Look at our health, it's terrible. They are just throwing themselves to their deaths. Woohoo! Chunky death. Oh, that wasn't a very good charge. Oh, we're flying. There is no one near beside him. Yeah, axe in the head. Axe in the head. Yeah, beautiful.